everyone, welcome again. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the use of grouping sets along with this group by clause. Okay. So first of all, what is the use of this group by clause? As we know, it's used to group the identical data in the column, okay, and the table. So what is the use of this grouping sets with the group by clause? Although it's also used to group the data, but it groups the data in the table on the basis of all the columns that are going to be mentioned in this group by sets. Okay, let's understand this with the help of an example over here. For example, this is a grouping sets, and we have mentioned over here three columns. It's A, B, and C. Okay, so these are the three columns. So how will this work over here? It will first group the entire table data on the basis of A. First, this is the first column, and then it will group the data on the basis of second column, and then it will group the data on the basis of third column. Okay, so these are the columns. So this is the working of this grouping sets. It groups the data on the basis of all the columns that are going to be mentioned in this list one by one. Okay, let us understand this with the help of an example over here. See, this is a pets table. It consists of three columns over here. It's type, store, and n. It stores a type of the animal, that is dog, cat, and turtle, and it is a store where they are going to be stored, and this is the number of animals that are in this store. Okay, and now if we are going to fire a query that is it, which is group sets type and store. Okay, so what will it return? As I told you, grouping set, how it's work, it will group the data on the basis of all the columns one by one that are going to be mentioned in this grouping sets. Okay, so it will firstly it will group this entire table on the basis of first this type column, and then after it will group this entire table on the basis of this store column. Okay, so when we are going to store this group this table on the basis of this type column, so how will we group? We will make group of all the animals that are present in this type group. So there are three animals that are present in this type group: dog, cat, and turtle. Okay, so this is where the resultant of this query over here. See, firstly it will group on the basis of all the type column. Okay, so this column consists of three groups over here. It is dog, cat, and turtle. Understand? Now it will not consider this store. It will take all these as a null because it is only considering only this type column. Okay, so on the basis of type column, it has divided this table into three groups: dog, cat, and turtle, and they are the number of dogs, cats, and turtles that reside in this entire table. Now, as it is, as we have mentioned over here, it will first group on the basis of this type, and the second it will group on the basis of this store. So it will consider over here how many types of store are there. There are three types of store: Miami, Tampa, and Naples. So it will find how many animals are there in Miami, and how many animals are there in Tampa store, and how many animals are there in Naples store. Okay, so this is the basic working of this grouping set. It groups the data on the basis of all the columns that are present in this grouping list one by one. So this is the first group on the basis of type column, and this is the second group on the basis of our store column. Okay, now this is a syntax for using a grouping set. It's same as a group by clause. This entire syntax is same as a group by clause. It select column one aggregate function, whichever we want to use from whatever the table name over here group by. So the only difference over here is what in this we use this grouping sets along with this group by clause. Okay, it's group by grouping sets and the column list over here. Okay, now this is a query for grouping the table pets on the basis of this type and store. Select type store sum. Sum we want to find the sum of all the animals from pets. Group by grouping sets type and store. So this will return the answer that the table that we have discussed above. Okay, now so this is what the syntax for using this grouping sets. Okay, now one more thing that one must know about this grouping sets over here. If we wish to find the total number of animals also. Okay, so if we wish to find the total number of animals that are going to present in the table, so with the help of this grouping sets, there is one advantage over here. If we're going to mention these parentheses, this open and close parentheses along with this grouping sets list. Okay, so it will also return us this total of these all animals also. See, this null null and 63. So 63 is nothing but it is the total of all the animals that are present in this table. Okay, so this is one more advantage of this grouping sets over here. If you're going to use this parenthesis in this grouping sets list, so it will return the total also along with this group 1 and group 2 also. So this is one of the advantage of this grouping set. So this is a grouping set that we have discussed in today. Thank you.